G'day guys, Shaun here. Look, doing an engine oil change can be one of the most basic things you can do to your vehicle, but too many people simply get it wrong. Today I'm going to go through the 10 easy steps so you can do a proper oil change every time. Now the first thing you want to do is make sure you get all the tools you're going to need for an oil change out on the bench and get it ready. There's nothing more annoying than you're halfway through draining your oil and you find out you're missing something. Here with me I've got a full socket set, I've got an oil filter removal tool, I've got the correct oil filter for my vehicle, the correct weight oil for my Land Cruiser, some Nulon engine oil flush, I've got an oil catch can that can hold at least 15 litres. My vehicle will drain about 10, so it's important so you don't make a mess. I've also got a breaker bar, and of course I've got a couple of rags in case it gets messy. Got all the tools I need, let's get right into it. Now it might seem obvious, but of course you need to keep your vehicle nice and level when you drop the oil. That's so all the oil drains out nice and evenly. Now I can get under my vehicle nice and easy, so there's no issues there. If you've got a standard vehicle or something that's a little bit lower, of course you need to jack that vehicle up, put it on axle stands, and again, make sure it's nice and level. The best results, I always use an engine oil flush. That way I can ensure that my engine's nice and clean and not full of gunk. Most engine flushes direct you to pour the entire contents into the engine via the oil cap, then run the motor for 15 minutes. Now the oil's nice and warm, it's time to drain it. That's all done. Now it's time to change the oil filter. Now sometimes you can undo these by hand, but taking a specific oil filter removal tool will make life a lot easier. Turn it anti-clockwise and make sure you remove the rubber gasket ring with the filter. Otherwise you won't be able to make a seal with the new filter, and that means oil leaks. On the new filter, make sure you coat the face and gasket in oil to create a firm connection between the filter and the block. Right on the end of your sump plug is a magnetic tip. It's great for catching any metal filings that might be inside your engine. Looks like mine's perfectly clean, there's none there. When you go to put your sump plug back on, you want to make sure your finger tighten it up, then use the socket. That way, you're never going to cross thread it. Of course, now it's time to fill the engine back up with oil, but before you start, you should always refer to your owner's guide to make sure you know exactly what the capacity of oil your particular engine is. Now, it's really important not to overfill your engine full of oil, because too much oil in your engine, of course, can lead to damage. It'll start blowing a lot of smoke, and you could be out for very expensive repair bills. Now it's time to check the oil level in the engine. Now, I've run the vehicle for 30 seconds and let it rest for 5 minutes. That way, the oil has been able to get into the oil filter, fill up, and I can give a proper reading. Now, the first thing you want to do, of course, is give your dipstick a clean, put it straight back in, right down to the bottom, and pull it up. It's the perfect level, so I don't need to top it up. Now, the next thing you want to do is start your car up and have a look at the oil pressure gauge. If you follow the steps properly, then your oil pressure should return to normal within about 2 minutes of startup. Finally, it's very important you dispose of dirty oil and oily rags properly. We definitely don't want to pollute land, water or infrastructure. There are plenty of oil recycling stations right around Australia. To find out more, check out the link. There you go, there's my 10 simple steps to a proper oil change. I'll see you around next time.